Running intro. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to episode 399 of the Force Podcast. My name is Ochelado. Join me today, Christian Salado.
Next week, episode 400.
We're almost there.
Eric, Breezy Bird drops in to say, audio is good, boys. We finally have a remote episode that's not cooked from the start.
Right.
What a tremendous event this is. Eric, almost 400 episodes in, and the technology is finally working.
We'll see how we go in this episode. It might crumble
All right.
into pieces.
All right.
But yes, Christian has a sickness that we don't want to get, so he's...
So, Eric, I already got this sickness a month ago, and then some dirty idiot comes to my face, and I get a very mild version of it again.
Now I see some kind of poster in the background there, Christian.
Yeah.
But Christian's got his setup going on.
You see that Korok mask?
Yeah, there's Mew and shit down there.
You got Cubone, you got Korok mask, you got Togepi. Right? That's what you got.
But yeah, great episode of chapter One Piece. We'll talk about no anime episode this week, Christian. We are getting the recap of a character a bit too much.
I mean, we all know why. All right, we're gonna get that quality. That Kuma punch is coming.
The time zones really cooked our interactions with the anime.
I don't know. It's annoying. Well, nothing we can do about it. I don't know why they're airing One Piece at midnight.
By the time we get on the TL, it's gone off the timeline, Christian. People are still talking about it.
What is Japan? Why is midnight a prime time slot?
The salarymen come home from the bar, Christian.
And they put on One Piece.
Put on One Piece. Even though it's on a Sunday. But they work on a Sunday.
What the fuck? What is going on?
Who knows?
Eric, Donkey Kong Bonanza game is out. Go Peak. We all knew it was gonna happen.
Game of the year.
Eric, they perfected the start. They can't do this again. This era of Nintendo is perfected with DK Bonanza. They fixed all the issues with collecting moods meaning nothing. They fixed all the little issues with the formula. The formula's perfected. Now Mario is forced to evolve yet again. I think that Eric, most likely, probably open world. You got to assume because of Bowser's Fury.
You can't bet against Mario. You can't.
I know, but Eric, would you agree that the formula cannot be topped? The formula has been perfected with Bonanza. We need a new formula now.
Yeah, but
it can't be beat. You can't beat this formula. It's experienced at its most peak.
DK is a different game. Mario is more about specific platforming and challenges and all that kind of stuff.
I know, but this style of game suits the mechanics so perfectly that it can't be beat.
Why do you think why is it got a 97 though? Not Mario? What's the problem?
Eric, you can't do it these days. No game will ever do it. Maybe GTA 6 will do it. Too many take masters.
It has to be a very specific niche so the journalists don't review the game.
There's always hot take masters. Right. Always, because for so long the journalists got roasted. You give it too many good scores.
Yeah.
You know.
It's always like, the walking sim puzzle game that the specific
three people review
gets the highest scores because the journalmen are doing it.
I have a thing to say to you.
Go on.
After playing his DK, how are we gonna go back to Link with his stamina bar and garbage climbing? How are we gonna go back? DK you could just run up a wall, no issue.
Christian is a 600-pound gorilla.
I understand that, but how are we gonna go back? I've experienced the premium feeling of just running up a wall, holding a boulder, right?
Right.
It doesn't matter. It's DK. He just runs up a wall.
Well, this is the beautiful.
How am I going to go back to Link?
This is the beautiful thing about Nintendo and their IP. They don't sit on their hands. They move on, they evolve, they come up with new ideas.
This has to be the final game in the formula. They have to evolve after this.
Yeah,
It's 5 games now.
Mario would be different.
Was it 4 games or 5 games?
Well, I don't. The challenge room thing, you can argue, is like a Sunshine
I know, but like,
development.
sure, you could make that argument, but there's like 3 of them.
No,
It's not the main point of the game.
There's a fair bit of them. The challenge room. The challenge.
There's like
room,
one per. There's like maybe 1 per world.
Yeah, the challenge room
If
idea is a good idea.
They kind of turned Galaxy into that the whole time though. Was a challenge room.
Yeah, Galaxy didn't have
know what I
them
mean?
because they were levels.
Yeah.
Then, Christian, I don't know where this rumors come from,
Okay.
but they're saying 2D. No, they're saying Galaxy 2 remake. Remake with additional content. That's what they're telling me for the 40th.
Eric, why do you believe these rumors? Why do you believe these horseshit rumors? Why would they remake 2?
Because 2 wasn't in the collection.
Where's the logic? What are we talking about? Why would if they're gonna do that, they might as well just remaster or remake 1 and 2 together. Like, imagine the marketing. Mario Galaxy 2 remake. What?
Bizarre.
That doesn't make any sense.
But the Christian, what are the Mario team cooking? Now they tell me that this was what they're cooking, but
You don't buy it.
experts have inspected the credits, Christian. Very suspicious people missing. Very suspicious people in specific roles that are more hands off than what they should be. A brand new art team. So where's the original art team from Odyssey?
We'll find out. We'll find out, Eric. But Eric, we're not really here to talk about Nintendo. We're here to talk about One Piece. All right.
All right.
And the Nuggets
Now, Christian, don't
came
scream.
straight at you.
Don't scream too loud because your mic gates
All right.
the noise.
I'll try, Eric. I'll try. All right. I'll pull it back a little bit. The goblins came out of the woodwork this week, Eric, trying to attack us, trying to bring down the agenda. Eric, I don't know when this happened, but apparently in the deep, dark, dangerous forums, all right. Apparently, get this right, the Shanks agenda merchants, all right, because they're not true Shanks fans. We know who they
I
are.
don't have the knowledge in their brain.
All right.
I can't see it.
Their argument for a year was, I guess this comes from you, which is like, I guess you're partially to blame about the shockwave tech, alright? Eric invented the shockwave meta, but he never made it stupid, alright? People on the forums made it stupid.
It's like Frankie, he makes the weapons, and then people use them. It's not my fault.
Yeah, and they misuse them, and they don't know what they're talking about, and they make themselves look foolish, alright?
I was correct about the shockwave meta. There's no doubt.
We'll find out.
I was correct this week.
Eric, I just want... can Oda end this, please? Just make Shanks kick Loki. And then it's literally over.
No.
He won't do it. He'll never do it.
Reviews.
It's Oda.
He'll never answer the question.
Eric, SBS, how does Shanks fight? Question mark.
We haven't found out how he fights yet, so...
Eric. In other Oda news, Eric, big news, Aimu plushie continues to wreak havoc. Oda is a sick man.
It's in the bathroom. It's on his desk.
I said this last week. Imagine you monetize a silhouette of a character that's not revealed yet.
Bizarre.
A sicko move. Makes for great... Eric, you know what? It makes for great memes.
High-level memes.
Alright? And Oda's getting in on the action. Alright? Now, of course, we saw the Aimu picture at Oda's desk. And what did I say when I saw it?
Female? What'd you say?
Enhance. Enhance the image. Analyze the image. We saw it. We all saw it. There's a proto design, maybe.
We'll
various notes.
This week, because you get to see more silhouette of the face a little bit.
Eric, this week's talk of the show, the BB plan is locked in.
No doubt.
The BB plan is locked in. We'll go through it. Eric will have to finally acknowledge Moo, and he's going to be so mad. He's gonna be upset.
I don't have to do anything.
He's gonna refuse it with some bullshit spin. All right, we'll get into it. But let's just get into this chapter.
All right. People are coming into the chat, Christian. Appreciate all the people coming in.
Sure.
Like and subscribe and shit, you know. We're in the chapter.
Eric, chapter 1155. The Rocks Pirates. Little color page, Eric. Little color page.
Okay.
What do you think about this color page?
It's a fine color page.
It's it's nothing special.
Right.
Alright? Nothing special. Alright? Loki tells Rocks that they are indeed in Albath. His dad isn't here, Eric. His dad's in another castle. He's not here. He's not coming back. Rocks tells Loki, send him a message. Get him here. Loki's convinced Harold will not show up even if he is injured.
Right.
Alright? Because Daddy doesn't love me, Eric.
Daddy wasn't there.
Eric, Daddy issues. What are your thoughts about Daddy issues?
I mean, he fights his father, so...
Eric, and then he gets a new Daddy this chapter.
Right.
Rocks needs a back,
Right.
alright? Loki won't take orders from Rocks. Rocks uses a sword attack that are famous for his blasting capabilities, Eric. Now, Eric, what do you have to say about this? People coming at you left and right. What do you have to say for yourself?
Just, like, you know what it is? It's a fundamental misunderstanding of systems. And why an author or a creator designs systems. Hockey's a different system to swordsmanship.
Eric, people say it's not. People want to say it's the same thing.
It is, though. They're not the same. And, like, the systems in One Piece are very clear.
See, it really, Eric, the King fight infuriated me. When Oda goes, King is not a swordsman. And then Oda refuses to explain what a swordsman is during that fight. He made it about Zoro, making Luffy, king of the pirates. He didn't make it about swordsmanship,
Right.
which
we thought he would.
maybe kind of the point of that
Right.
that kind of sentence. You thought he was going to explain it a little bit. He's going to give us Zoro's take on what a swordsman is and isn't. No. Refuses to answer the question. And to me, it's ridiculous. It's getting ridiculous at this point. We're like 1,150 chapters into the story. Oda refuses to address swordsmanship, and he refuses to give Zoro swordsman opponents. Like, what the...
Yeah.
Eric, why isn't Killing Ham a swordsman?
Yeah.
Make Zoro fight swordsman. That's all we're asking for. He won't do it. He will never do it. He won't answer the questions because of that. Eric, I'm telling you. Oda... We all know Oda made the Warlords first, and it was gonna... Oda didn't make the Warlords first. He made the Empress first,
Right.
and then the Warlords complicated things. He said, let me give Zoro a simple dream, and let me give him a man to beat. That's all he had for Zoro. Those are all the notes he had.
Sure.
Alright? And then he made the fatal error, committing to the world's greatest swordsman, or the world's strongest swordsman. In my opinion, the world's greatest swordsman makes more sense, but let's not get into that, because people get mad, alright? Eric, he maybe starts to give an explanation in Alabasta. Starts to maybe talk about it. He talks about it with Mihawk. He maybe starts to talk about Alabasta, and then it goes missing. Maybe through the bark, and he adds a little bit more to it. Goes missing. We earn Wano. We get a little bit, not much. And then we're here. We're like, oh no, you're making all the top tier swordsmen or have swords. You're giving Rocks a sword. You're giving Roger a sword. What are we doing? Eric, Oda wants to keep this going for the end of time. It's the same as the Zoro Sanji debates. He will never give us a straight answer because he loves the meme.
I think...
Alright?
I think it's a little bit different for Zoro and Sanji. I think he's legitimately wrote himself into a corner. I think this is what happened. And he's like, how am I going to get myself out of this? It has to be Blackblade. It has to be. And the answer has to be, what is a Blackblade? Because he was kind of stuck with Roger and Whitebeard because he's already drawn their weapons previously.
I mean, he doesn't have to do anything. Eric, half the people with swords don't use them in combat. Like, he didn't really have to do that.
This is the point. New character in Rocks. Deliberately chose no Blackblade. Why? You tell me why.
He only wants Mihawk and Ryuma to have them.
Because it's about the swordsmanship, spirituality, spirit's will.
Yeah.
Now, what do you think about this? An idea. You have to sacrifice your conqueror's haki to make the blade black. What do you think about that? I don't mind it.
Mechanically, it makes no sense because it's an innate.
We're dealing with spiritual swords here, Christian, that have wills. So,
what we got from Wano is it's a bleach system. The swords have a spirit of their own,
right? And you have to tame them in some way.
Yeah. So you would assume black blades come from swordsman mastery of the blade, right?
Right.
Like an ultimate level of mastery of the blade itself. That's turning black.
Right, because we talked about this a million times, but why are swords special? Because why can't you turn...
Whitebeard's weapon. Whitebeard's a named bladed weapon. It should be a sword. Like, it makes no sense.
Why can't you turn Loki's hammer black?
Whitebeard has a legendary blade, but it's not a sword. But it also has a will...
Why can't you turn Zabu's pipe black? If it's just imbued haki system. Makes no sense.
And then people bring up the Joy Boy note that it's not black. Is that a meme? Is that a real, like...
Yeah, like, this is the thing. Imbuing haki doesn't make things black, we know that.
Well, it does, not permanently,
not
but...
permanently, right. But,
yeah.
Yeah. And the whole Zoro flashback in Wano kind of, It dictates that the blade system is the blade has the will of the craftsman in it, and they become their own personalities.
Like here's my thing, right? After Wano, Oda locks in the idea of black blades and how to unlock them, right? He's telling us there's a way to unlock them. This is what we're doing. This is how we're gonna do it, in a roundabout way. Whatever the will, whatever it is.
Right.
And then he refuses to give anyone else these blades. He locks them away for two characters. Seemingly, he gave Zoro a black blade too early with Shishui. He has to give it back. It's Eric. If we're being honest, the swordsman shit is the most bungled plotline of One Piece. Alright, let's be honest. There's no swordsman. No one wants the title. Eric. There's no other character that wants the title but Zoro and Kuina.
Maybe
that's it.
You could argue maybe Vista.
He never even calls it out by name.
Right.
It's just like, fight me. Like, no one acknowledges the title. No one really respects the title.
Doesn't care. The land of swordsman.
Sure, but you can make arguments for that. It's whatever. But,
surely, like, reverence for Ryuma would carry that on.
Yeah. It's not like it's not an ancient title passed down through lineage, passed down through the ages. What does it mean? It means nothing. And Oda refuses to tell us what it means, how you get it, what's the pathway. All he did was, hey Zoro, beat Mihawk. And I think that was, when One Piece was at its early stages and he didn't know how long, he thought it was going to last 5 years, he could make that shit work, right? But now we're almost 30 years deep, and it's starting to show its cracks. Alright, he needs to put work in.
Why did he choose to give Rox a blade?
It's like this weird pirate shit, Roger had it.
Yeah, it's a pirate class situation.
Yeah.
Where it's like Rayleigh, Roger, Zebek, they're like this weird pirate class with guns and swords and just fisticuffs and So we're just gonna have to sit tight and wait and see because he's in a corner. Otherwise, again, logically speaking, you can't have it both ways. If you say black blades are a marker of strength, then Mihawk is top 1 all time. That's basically what it means.
Maybe Ryuba. But your level of blade, bullshit, whatever.
Level of blade. He tamed a higher blade. So to all those people out there who try and have it both ways, where he's stronger than Shanks because of the black blade, but not stronger than Roger or Whitebeard or Rocks, It's logically false.
And also, like, Zoro, like, here's the thing about Thriller Bark. Zoro tamed a Black Blade, Ryuma's legendary sword, that's not legendary grade, for some strange Eric, there's no logic to it. There's no, why would Ryuma not have a legendary Black Blade? No sense. It's because, Eric, this is the most unplanned plotline Oda's ever done, and he refuses to give us any information.
And yeah, I put this on Twitter the other week. Do you find it conspicuous that Luffy keeps on bringing up Shanks in real time, and Zoro has no curiosity about him at all?
He kind of just brushes him off.
Right.
Yeah.
And what? Zoro... So, we know Zoro's interested in strong swordsmen.
Sure.
He's done that many times in the story.
Yeah.
So what? We made Shanks and then Zoro doesn't even bring it up? What does that tell you? Oda doesn't want to address it. That's what it tells you.
Yeah.
Because it's way out of character for him not to address anything. It's way out of character.
We don't, like, with this Oda box right here, right? With this Oda box right here, it says Rox is known for his swordsmanship. Or Rox is known for his sword attacks that do this XYZ, right? Is Shanks known for his swordsmanship? Yes. Alright. He's famous. Fighting Mihawk, he got his event from me. Roger's crew, beat Loki. We know the story. Why does Zoro not care about that?
Right.
In any way?
Why
it makes no sense.
Test himself?
Unless Shamrock comes back. Hey, unless Shamrock comes back and they fight, whatever. But Oda needs to start answering the question because it's getting really annoying, and we can tell he's avoiding it. He's tiptoeing around it. Look at the Ultimate with that Mihawk reveal, right? What does Oda say? With even greater sword skill. If Oda wanted to straight up confirm Mihawk was stronger, he would have just said stronger.
Yeah,
he's
even stronger than Redhead Shanks.
It's a deliberate asterisk to try and meet both ways. Right. He's trying to do both, just to keep the rivalry going. All right, Oda has to do the work. We can't keep on doing this. Like the Mihawk fans want to make out like it's clear and Oda's beating you over the head with it. No, he's not. He always puts asterisks. He says sword skill. He changes this. He changes that.
You know what the Mihawk fans actually have?
What do you want from me?
They have 2 panels in the manga, and then they have a bunch of Vivre cards and data books and and magazine nonsense. And it's all questions of that magazine stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, like, he's not gonna answer the question.
He has to answer it during the Mihawk fight, surely.
It'll be vague, and Zoro's title will mean nothing. That's what'll happen. Zoro will get the title. We don't want Zoro's plot to be bungled. Watch Zoro get the title, and then fight Noshijuro, and almost lose.
I don't know about that.
Whatever Zoro will not have the last fight of One Piece. So
again, we can get into the weeds on that. The raft towel, free for all, whatever. All right, we can get into the weeds of whatever happens in the who fights who, whatever. But we can't spend all day on this. We got to move on. There's other things to talk about. There's other things to talk about. All right. Eric, Rox attacked Loki, and we start a flashback. We go back to the reverie. Rox took 5 kings hostage, Eric. We see Gunko in that Armu flower room. Yes. Confirmed. She's the
handmaiden.
The handmaid.
Assistant.
Alright. Eric, what does Armu say here? What does he say? What does they say here? Because we don't know.
You can't bribe. You can't hold. What does he say? Something like you can't moo.
Eric, hostages don't matter to moo.
Right.
Why does he speak like this? You can't give me a good answer. You never give me a good answer. Why he never references himself with his name?
The same way.
Eric, He says Kami. He says God. He's saying a specific name.
But he speaks in the third person.
Yeah. Mu is not a... Eric, he's not saying Kami. That's not the same thing. But, like, Mu is not a thing we know of in One Piece. You know, like Kami, we know what God is, we know what that means.
We're going to the body thing again, the body snatching.
We're going to talk about the show, Eric, but I want you all to acknowledge what is this bit of the mystery that Oda keeps on doing with Mu? What is your take on? I just want to hear your take on that. Why does he keep on doing
He's
it?
still referring to himself.
Yeah, but his name is Aimu. His name is not Mu. It's like referring to yourself with a nickname, when you're the most formal man on the planet, who speaks in Old English. You refer to yourself as a nickname. Is that your take?
It's not really a nickname. It's maybe it's like
it is.
It's a weird weird prefix where like everyone else calls him.
It's not a prefix.
But he calls himself.
He's Eric Narona Aimu from.
But everyone else calls him Aimu.
Yeah, he calls himself Mu.
Yeah. And
Why would Ivankov call him a honorific? It's not an honorific.
No, I'm not saying it's honorary. I'm like, but people hear him call himself Mu, and then they just refer to him as Aimu.
Eric, what the god? What's the god? Did the god say Aimu?
It's a good question.
We have to go inspect the panels, but we get the name from somewhere. All right, but what? Yeah. So your explanation for that is that it's nothing. It means nothing. There's nothing to see here.
I think you're making it a big deal.
Eric, we know, Eric, we see a very feminine Aimu, right?
Right.
This looks, would you say this is a feminine look?
Sure.
Aimu's not a female. What are we doing?
Maybe he snatched Lily's body, Christian.
Alright, who snatched it?
Narona.
Where is Narona? Dead? Body dead?
Body dead.
So he's a spiritual being of some sort?
Maybe he was required for last minute immortality
Nonsense.
surgery, some bullshit.
So your contention is that it's still Narona Aimu?
Yeah.
That's your contention?
That's my contention.
Alright. We'll get into it over the show, but this delusion is going deep. It's going deep for no reason. I don't understand where this comes from. But anyway. Eric, Rox said in the narrating text, it says Rox is a worshipper of Davy Jones. Eric, there are like 3 Davy Jones references in One Piece.
Yes.
What is Oda trying to set up with this? Is this the anti-Joy Boy? The legend of Davy Jones is a pirate who's so greedy, cursed by the sea, and sank to the bottom with all his belongings. Right?
Yeah, we know.
A man who ordered it all.
We know that Joy Boy was the first pirate.
Sure.
Maybe there was a bad pirate that came shortly after Christian.
Davy Jones. The legacy of Davy Jones.
And it's his rule set which dictates certain things.
Yeah. So, would you say Oda's trying to set something up here,
I guess this should be the Blackbeard mirror to Luffy with Joy Boy and Davy Jones.
Yeah.
I assume that's what's happening here, because Rox is the mirror to Roger.
Like Blackbeard and all that kind of shit.
Luffy, yeah.
So is Oda trying to set something up with new lore, or is it just like
I think
he likes Davy Jones?
Because we talked about this before, right? There's this like idea that for some reason Blackbeard has right to the throne via his lineage.
Yeah.
So maybe this is what's carrying that idea that like
Davy Jones. But Davy Jones is specifically a pirate legend.
Right. But
Robert calls it a pirate legend.
But it could be other things as well.
How far does it go back? Joy Boy era or even further?
I mean, Joy Boy was a pirate as well, so you know.
First pirate.
Yeah, but he was a pirate.
They claim.
No, yeah.
Okay. And Iroh does not give a fuck. And Rock says, I can't do anything here. Do you find that interesting? He goes, I'm here. I've got ACOG. I killed an admiral. I can't do anything against the admiral. I'm out.
He kills an admiral after this.
I understand that, but he has the power level to kill the admiral.
I feel like feels like he's maybe surrounded or doesn't have the.
No.
Doesn't have the. Doesn't have the.
He doesn't have
fruit.
the key ingredient.
The darkness fruit. The
yummy darkness fruit. We know. It makes all. We'll get into talk of the show. It makes all sense. Right. All right. The Blackbeard plan is locked in, people. All right. I think after this chapter, people have locked in Blackbeard as the final villain.
Apparently, Marge put out a video, Christian, about who's the final villain. So.
Okay. Alright. Eric. Rox promises he'll be back.
Blackbeard will be back.
Blackbeard will be back. We'll get into the crazy crackpot theories of Rox popping out of his darkness fruit. And he's like, I'm here as a 95-year-old man.
Right.
Yeah, but yeah. Anyway. After this, Rox runs into Harold. Harold's being chased by celestial dragons to be a slave. They lit him on fire as an intruder, Eric. Like, we caught you, we're gonna catch you.
They're blaming him for the kings and the admiral and
Sure, Eric. Rox then is announced that he defeated an admiral so badly that he died. With immediate medical attention. Eric,
and he doesn't cut either, so he beat him to a pulp.
Eric, it looks like Rox has taken some damage.
Sure,
okay,
sure.
Alright, but he's not on his death door. He's not on his deathbed. Eric, the Admiral fans
are lucky that there was sword shit in this chapter. That's all I'm gonna say, because the narrative got.
Yeah. Narrative got cooked.
Now, Christian, people are saying you're too loud. I assume they're saying...
Eric, you have control over the audio.
You're on the orange band. It's not
people say...
You are kind of yelling, like, you are kind of peeking on your own mic, but you're not, like, aggressively loud on our end, but...
Okay. Alright. Eric, I'm excited, alright? I'm excited because it's an exciting chapter, alright? Now, the Admiral fans... They're saying Eric is just low, Eric. It's your fault.
Me.
Chuck said it's your fault.
Alright. We'll enhance.
That's what they're saying.
We'll enhance.
Now, the issue is, Eric, the Admiral fans really can't catch a break lately. Like, they got a little consolation prize with Egghead. You know, Luffy... Eric, they try to act like Luffy's a full emperor. Like, Luffy's on Kaido's level. Like, we all know that's not true, alright? We all know Luffy ain't at that peak yet.
You know
people gotta relax.
I just go, yeah, that checks out. When it's just, like, I wasn't even like...
Eric, we understand what Oda did here. We talked about it last week. It's the perfect quick hype tool. It's the perfect quick... This guy's the real deal.
Right.
He killed an admiral, real deal, alright? Now he goes the extra step and has a no-touching ACOG clash with King Harold. Eric, King Harold, stock skyrocketed.
Strong man, Christian.
Eric, this man... I want you to say this man's on the tier of fucking Roger Whitebeard.
Well, the Giants
He's on that
get
tier.
that ref from somewhere.
Alright, so... Is what Big Mom said legitimate?
Well, yeah, if you're talking about Harold.
And Loki, she was taking over Loki directly, Eric. Now, of course, we have to do the math here. Harold upscale, Loki upscale, Shanks upscale. Of course. Eric, I want to get your percentage, right? Your percentage chance of seeing the Shanks versus Loki in this flashback. Because surely they talk about rocks. This flashback heavy on rocks, which we both weren't expecting. You famously said 2 panels of rocks.
Well, you were trying to hype up the interaction with Loki, which is literally 2 panels.
Eric, we're getting like full rocks.
Yeah, I know, but that wasn't the
detail.
But sure,
I understand that. But you famously said 2 pages of rocks. I want to get your update. What is this? The Rock showcase? We're gonna fully understand Rocks. We're gonna understand who he is, what happened in God Valley. We're gonna understand it all.
To me, this is Oda setting up the Blackbeard IMO connection, like
Yeah.
locked in concrete.
Is God Valley required for that? Because this is the demise of Rocks.
Yeah, we'll get we'll get bits and pieces of God Valley.
Will we get Roger and Rocks clashing?
Yes, and Roger will reclaim his throne because he's been down and out lately.
How many people out there? How many people out there claiming Roger slander?
It's just ridiculous.
And people just don't like the good guys. I'm just gonna say it right now. People don't like the good guys.
But they'll
There's always the edge masters. They love the bad guys. You know.
Yeah.
Also, we forgot to throw in that bit of dragon slander here. Dragon, what? Come on. This is getting ridiculous at this point. We got Rocks infiltrating Marijoa, taking 5 hostages. King hostages. Defeating an admiral so bad he dies.
Then just jumping off the side.
And then fucking off out of nowhere, like he doesn't give a fuck, alright? And that's a top tier guy. Dragon, you can't do that. You can't just storm in there, take out some guys, and then disappear like Rocks. Rock was fine. Rock's got to sail around for 20 years after this event.
Man,
or 10 years. He got to sail around scot-free for 10 years.
Do whatever he wanted, basically.
No one came after him, apparently.
Captain him again?
So, Dragon, what are you doing?
Right. But yeah, do we get a Shanks Loki fight? It's just after the events he's describing, but we have to get it at some point, because we want to know why.
Yeah, I know, but you think you would assume they would talk about the legacy of Roger and Rocks in that fight.
Right.
Because it's, it's about Roger, it's about Rocks, you got the new gen, you got Shanks' apprentice versus Rocks' apprentice kind of thing.
And he would be like, Rocks was too reckless, and then Loki would have been like, oh, you're a coward.
Yeah.
Shit like that.
But Eric, they had that clash. Everything was knocked out within a 5-kilometer radius. They exchanged names. Rocks is very interested in Harold.
Come on,
Harold jumps off the red line to escape. Yeah. Join my crew. I need that power, alright? He apparently stole the Heavenly Tribute, broke the Gates of Justice. People upscale this way too much, alright? We don't know how he did it. He could have put a little dent in it. We don't fucking know, alright? Relax.
It's also like,
he slashed it in half and shit, like, relax, alright?
Destructive capability doesn't matter, so...
I know, but people go a little too far with that, alright? We don't know how. Or what he did, or what it looked like. Like, people acting like he slashed it in half and shit. Alright?
Or shattered it or whatever, sure.
Yeah. Eric, he used that funds to set up his pirate career. He then went on a bunch of Navy backfights to form his crew.
It returns.
At the return of the Navy backfight, people said it was going to be Shanks versus Luffy. Are we establishing that the Navy backfight is the scumbag pirate tactic?
Yeah.
So
it's more like classic pirate shenanigans.
Yeah. Okay. But would that be part of Roger or Shanks' code?
Probably not.
Probably not. So I think the Shanks Luffy Navy backfight probably over. It seems like the Navy backfight always involves crew members.
Right.
It's like a key aspect of it.
So I guess this is how Whitebeard joined Rocks. Is he was on that crew that we see in the flashback.
Sure. He lost. The captain lost.
Then the captain offered up Whitebeard as a prize and lost.
Yeah. Yeah. So there you go. Alright. Meanwhile, back to the flashback point where we started the week before. Harold returns back to meet Rocks and his crew. Loki can't believe his father came back for him. He's like, no, he didn't come back for me.
Daddy was there.
Daddy doesn't love me.
Right.
All that kind of shit, alright? Rocks is still trying to get Harold to join that crew. Join my crew, just do it.
He's like, nah, man, come on, I'm trying to do some shit.
Harold won't join the team as Albaz's rep will be destroyed if he joins with a criminal. Harold asked Shiki, why do you guys even follow this man? Right? Shiki just laughs at him. I don't follow this man. Okay, Shiki. Shiki, shut the fuck up.
He thinks
Alright?
he thinks he's a top player.
He thinks he's a top player. See, Shiki, you finally get some talking lines in the manga. Alright, where are you? We don't know. You're lost in some era. We don't understand. Alright? The other members basically say, Rox has a plan. It's going to be very lucrative, Eric. A very lucrative plan. You see, Full Lane Island used to be
Gold.
some sort of prison island where the nations of the world sent their worst criminals. However, a gold mine was found there, thus bringing a illegal commerce and trade to the island, increasing its value sky high. Now, pirates use this as a base. They steal anyone who gets close. Of course, very annoying for the world government.
And Rox is gonna be like, "Hey, world government, I'll clean up. Give me a fee."
And of course,
And he's gonna take
he
it.
won't give it back to them because he's a scumbag.
And how stupid is world government again? Always.
We don't know if they agreed to this or he just went there.
They probably
Willy-nilly.
did because they're that stupid.
Alright. Now, that's their claim. That's what they're going to do, Eric. And of course, we get to see some new members of the Rocks Pirates. Of course, Stussy, Whitebeard, Shiki. But of course, Don Marlon, Eric. Don Marlon from the West Blue. Is this Capone's dad?
Could be.
Alright. We get to see Wang Ji, Eric.
The mythical one.
Apparently strong. It took Whitebeard, Law, and Kobe to get rid of this man.
Kind of looks like
Forehead.
kind of looks like a little bit of Paddy from Baratier, sorta. Not
No,
Paddy.
that's not Wang Ji. The sweaty dude is Wang Ji.
The father of
The father of Caribou. Alright?
right.
That's Wang Ji, Eric. We got Gansu, who is the Paddy guy, alright? They tell him about Rox's plan, Pirate Island, we know what it is, Eric. They now have all their shit together in a row, and they ask Harold, come on, just join us. Harold goes, no, get out of here. He refuses their invites. Loki hears all this, Eric. He goes, Rox is aiming for the world, Eric. Power can't last forever. Someone is bound to take the throne. Why not me? I'm gonna be king of the world. Loki, very impressed by this. He now has a will to live from the speech.
Right.
Right. And then we cut over to 4 years later. Rox has enacted his plan. He has formed the Rox Pirates. He now has his home base. He's ready to go. He's ready for gold. He's ready for God Valley.
Yeah, theoretically next week's God Valley. You'd imagine, right?
Obviously. Derek, obvious 10 out of 10 chapter. The aura of Rox cannot be under... Eric, this is the type of shit people want from Dragon.
Right.
They want him to turn up in the flower room and just bitch out Imu. That's what they want from Dragon.
But they can't have it.
When's it gonna happen? Probably never. Alright?
Right.
Eric, Dragon too cautious. He's like Dio, he's too cautious. Alright? This is a great chapter, One Piece.
10 out of 10.
We're finally getting what we wanted the entire time.
Yeah,
Alright, give us Rox.
We got a chapter next week, right?
No. It is a break. For episode 400.
Pain, Christian. But we'll try and get
What's
some...
pain?
Try and get through the boys on Christian, talk about Rox.
Talk about Elbath.
A little bit of an Albert after. We'll talk about Blackbeard, Christian.
Of course.
Yeah.
Alright. Next week, do you think we're getting the real deal? Rox's perspective on God Valley. Will we get the treasure of Pirate Island?
I'm just trying to think how this benefits the Straw Hats in any way.
Eric, we're building Loki up.
No, I'm just like, because ultimately, like, the treasure of Hatsunotsu has to be some key to the One Piece, surely, right? Has to be.
I feel like it's a Yummy Yummy.
You want it, you would. But
I feel like it has to be the Yummy Yummy.
okay. Well, if that's the case, then yeah, because that answers that question. That hypes up Blackbeard. That gets us going.
Yeah. So we'll get to talk with the show, but first, how strong is Shanks? How strong is Shanks, Eric? Every week we come to you with the question of how strong is Shanks. And every week we answer, Shanks is the strongest Shanks to go king. But, Eric, of course, let me just address the Mihawk Black Blade suckers this week. You guys, you don't want to read the story. You don't want to acknowledge the clear and obvious baiting from Oda. You don't want to acknowledge the asterisks. You're stuck in your little dogma, your little fake title from Mihawk that no one really cares about. People care about Pyro King.
It's like level 1 reading where you just read the text with no context and no subtext and no thought.
Now it's up to Oda to tell us what the fuck he's talking about, and we'll wait. But Eric, Shanks is the strongest Shanks to go king. This week's evidence is Shanks is so strong. His sword attacks are famous for one-shotting Captain Kidd, and that's all you need to know, Eric. That's all you need to know.
That's it.
Mihawk could not get past Flower Blade Vista.
Or Jozu.
Shanks is one-shot Kid.
Shanks is the GOAT King, Christian.
Moving on, talk of the show. The Grand BB Plan.
Christian, people get distracted by the BB plan.
And people think it's 10 years away. It's Alpha Albath.
Right.
People don't understand that we're at the end of the story. Alright? That's my first thing to say. People saying, oh, Blackbeard's gonna do his plan right at the end of One Piece. No, right now. It's happening right now. Oda's converging the plot lines. Right? This shit's happening right now. Alright? The Iron Grand Plan. First of all, we have to address all the new information. Alright? I'm looking very feminine this chapter. Oda's desk. It might be nothing. It might be something. A clear picture of a obvious Nefertari individual. Alright? Also female. Are you buying that whoever Mu is, Mu, whatever the fuck you want to say, is now in Lily's body?
Yes.
Alright.
I can buy that.
Is Narona Imu no longer existing? Was he the vessel for the Joy Boy plan and scheme? And after, maybe Vivi's ancestor called him out and then jumped into Lily's body?
Possible.
Alright. Eric says this is nothing. He always says this is nothing. Alright? Once again refers to himself as Mu. Once again, he never slips up at this. Alright? It's almost like, oh, he's doing it on purpose. Eric doesn't really acknowledge it. Alright? All signs are pointing to Mu taking over Lily's body. Why is this relevant? Why is this important? I was thinking about the posters, Eric. About that flower room scene.
Go on.
We see Shirahoshi. We see Luffy. We see Blackbeard. He chooses Vivi. Why Vivi? Is it... Let me put this out there. Is it his plan to take over Vivi's body and infiltrate the Straw Hats and undo them from the inside? Just like how he did to Joy Boy.
I don't think
Because I feel like Joy Boy was on the side of the 20 Kings originally.
I don't think that's what's going on with the VV.
I think Joy Boy was being used. Do you think Joy Boy was being used? Again, what's the apology for?
I think he's being betrayed.
But he was being used by whoever Imu is, right?
Yeah, there was clearly a bait and switch at the end.
Yeah. Do you think that's why he chose Vivi?
It's just weird though, because we know Nefertari Lily fucked up his plan in some way, and the Nefertari...
Yeah, and then maybe Imu confronted her, took over her body. You know what I mean?
But yeah, I think...
Because again, there's only 19 swords, and that last sword is in the flower room.
Right.
So it probably happened in the flower room. Where Vivi goes, I'm not joining this shit. and then Aimu reveals his true nature, takes over that body. Comments, thoughts, ideas.
I'm just trying to. There has to be something with the Nefertaris, basically, and the Sovereigns.
You think it's some lineage shit?
Because if you take over a Nefertari body, surely you don't leave Alabasta to just. Surely you take advantage somehow. Because you would surely you just if you take over Lily's body, you just go, all right, Nefertari are part of the what kingdoms? Because he's just the queen.
But I doesn't want to be known there because that's too obvious.
Just make a new heir or whatever. The lineage continued.
Sure, but why take over her body? I mean, we're coming to that conclusion. We're on that train of thought.
Yeah,
it's not her. Who else? It's basically just a random person at this point.
Just
it was not her,
right?
Yeah.
And Lily Vivi was a part of the Silas arc anyway, a part of the post arc.
Yeah.
With the X on Luffy's on the arm.
Or the poster, yeah, on the newspaper.
On the newspaper, so that has to come into play as well. It's just that I don't know the details around the Nefertari family and shit, which is kind of being strange. But yeah, we all assume Blackbeard's just gonna take over. Basically.
Yeah. Eric, Rock states he'll be back, and it is clear that he can't do anything right now. This has to be the Yami Yami Darkness Fruit plot. He didn't have the key to take out Aimu.
Right.
Just wanted to confirm the existence himself, basically. Why else would he bother?
Yeah, that brings up the question: where to get the knowledge? How does he know?
Yeah. So he's a worshipper of Davy Jones.
So maybe Davy.
Is that relevant?
Yeah, maybe
Who
Davy
knows?
Jones has writings about Aimu.
Yeah. Eric, obviously Blackbeard, I feel like, here's what I think is going to happen now, Beth. Luffy defeats Goku, Aimu, whatever the fuck. Severely weakens Aimu. Blackbeard swoops in, uses that Darkness Fruit, absorbs Aimu.
Already, Christian, the Holy Land's on fire.
The flame is on flames. Could be Dragon, could be both. Blackbeard and Dragon. Right?
Could be just Blackbeard.
Blackbeard absorbs Aimu. The Gorosei have to acknowledge him as king because he has the essence of Mu, whatever, right?
Yeah.
Do you agree with that?
Yeah.
They have to acknowledge him, right? Because he's jumped bodies before into Aimu into Vivi or Lily.
Right.
Then Blackbeard comes in, absorbs, becomes a new king.
Does he get does he get a rocks like redesign, Christian?
Eric, if Blackbeard becomes yoked and crazy, that's hype. Alright. Eric, I think what happened is Rocks knew he needed the Darkness Fruit. He wrote it down in some journal, as they always do, alright? Gave it to Blackbeard's mom, said, you give this to my son, whatever, alright? He had it on Hachinosu, Eric, but it was stolen by the world government at the last minute.
Sure.
Alright? Thus, him heading off to God Valley as Guinea leaks the prizes, right?
We assume it's one of the prizes.
Yeah. It's one of the prizes in God Valley. Rocks turns up to get the fruit, of course. Plan followed by Roger and Garp, right? The whole fucking place gets destroyed. Of course, the will of Rocks goes to Blackbeard. He reads that journal. He knows what he has to do. He hides and waits on Whitebeard. He finds Whitebeard, a former member of the Rocks crew, to hide under. He hides there for 40 years, Eric, to get that Darkness Fruit, because he knows it'll turn up eventually. And then once he gets that fruit, his whole plan kicks into gear.
Right.
So the whole linchpin to the Blackbeard plan is literally the Yami Yami. It has to be key. Otherwise, it just seems random. He read the Devil Fruit book. It's the best fruit.
Oda's gonna build up that fruit now with Rocks.
Because the rundown of the explanation is, why does Blackbeard want the fruit?
Right.
Oh, he read it in the Devil Fruit book that it's the best fruit.
And he wants power or whatever. It's like, come on.
Yeah, it's like, come on, we know there's more to it. Right? But yeah. And then he absorbs it, and then he's the final villain. There's a clear path, Eric. A clear path to Blackbeard being the final villain. Are you setting it up with this rock shit?
So I guess what? He's not going to be a part of the Raftel race?
I think he still would want the One Piece to rebuild the world in his image. Because he understands the One Piece is like the only thing that threatens him.
He might send a wave of goons first, Christian, to get it for him.
I feel like he'd be like, if the One Piece is found, everything I have will be destroyed. Because obviously the One Piece, in my mind, is some sort of great cataclysm / terraforming device that will destroy the Red Line and change the world forever.
Right.
Ushering in the third age. You know. I think that's clear.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No argument.
Why couldn't Roger use it? We'll find out, but yeah.
Okay.
Questions. Eric, the people coming out here, of course, with the meme questions.
Go on.
Trying to catch us. It's some bullshit, alright? Dimmy comes in. How does it feel knowing that Mihawk is not only the strongest, stronger than Shanks, but also stronger than Roger Rocks, who each are also stronger than Shanks? So, like, Shanks' slander is Mihawk's slander, and that's what people don't understand. Because Mihawk never settled his duels with Shanks, and that's fraudulent. And the Mihawk fans will never address it. They will never address that point. That the only reason Mihawk has the title is because Shanks lost his arm.
Right.
They won't acknowledge it. Alright? And the fact that Mihawk goes on a soul-searching adventure to find someone who could live up to Shanks. It's like his whole mind is obsessed with him.
Right.
And the potential he had.
That's true.
Right? As a swordsman. From Easy. If Davy Back fights are being brought back into the fold, what do you say to the people that skipped Long Ring Longland? I get skipping it in the anime because it's a whole bunch of bullshit. But in the manga, it's like 10 chapters.
Yeah, it's not that long.
It's like how it's like.
And are you really missing?
It's a volume. It's a volume if you count the Aokiji shit at the end.
It's not really. Yeah, that's basically why everyone likes that arc, is because no one like the game.
The fights are okay. Like the games are fun. You get Saji, Zoro team up.
The concepts are simple. Like it's not like a hard thing to explain.
No, it's like a cool little cool down adventure.
Right.
You know, it's fun. From David Sober. Rock to the Madman, do you think he is top 3 all time? It's too much. All time, he's top 3 of the Rocks of the Roger era, you could say. You would say, you would say Roger, Whitebeard, Rocks at that time, right?
Yeah, but then people are going to talk about Garp and...
like... The only clear W we have for Garp is like... Fucking, what's his face? From Dressrosa. Don Chin Jiao, Eric.
Don Chin Jiao.
Don Chin Jiao, that's the only confirmed W we have for Garp. Like, if he took out Shaky, okay. He took someone out. Alright, but we don't really have... We understand that the rivals with, you know...
And, like, let's say, Garp punches...
He's fighting Whitebeard? Okay.
Garp punches Kaido in the mouth, and he's not on the Mount Rushmore. What are people going to say there in Kusha?
Yeah, if Garp literally fights... Yeah, if Garp literally fights...
If Kaido sees Garp versus Whitebeard, what are they going to say?
It doesn't rate him.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, we respect Garp here.
Sure.
You know, the Monkey D lineage. Alright? From Prime Lloyd, is Blackbeard a Davy Jones pirate? And is Davy Jones Joy Boy or another agent of the evil D's like BB and Zebek? Do you think Davy Jones is like a betrayer of Joy Boy? Like he's part of the D clan, but he's the menace? You know what I mean?
Well, you know, we talk about the inverse of Nika, the idea that he's the destroyer and the liberator. So maybe it's that idea.
Like he's the ultimate form of pirate greed.
Joy Boy wants to free the people and
and Davy Jones wants to take it all.
Wants to take it all and destroy it.
Yeah. Maybe not even destroy it, just take it all.
Yeah.
He doesn't give a fuck. Yeah. But so did Lollipop. How old is Rox? He seems to be about Blackbeard age, if not older. This is odd considering Rox was barely 20 at God Valley, or Roger was barely 20 at God Valley. It fits the legendary true pirate to appear. I think he's at least 40 here.
I think they're 30 at God Valley.
Because he eventually, because it's like 10 years between Albath and God Valley.
I think we did the math on it. Garp's like 35 in God Valley. And Oda fucked it up. This is the wrong character design.
Yeah.
For that part.
From Midnight Detective. Hey, Buggy and Blackbeard are definitely blood brothers. Eric, that water poster, what's Oda doing?
He knows what he's doing.
Are you buying into the Buggy stocks?
Whatever, I don't really care.
Yeah. Okay. Alright.
It's 10 years later, though, so...
They're all around the same age.
Isn't Blackbeard older?
I think they're all around 40.
Alright. I'll look into it later, but...
Yeah. Midnight Detective. Rox was playing Davy Back games on Squid Game mode, Eric. He's just killing people. He's doing crazy cheating. Of course.
For sure cheating. Sicko mode, Christian.
Eric from Damien. Gloriosa. Who was she after at God Valley? Hard to know. Maybe some celestial dragon? Get some revenge?
Yeah.
Who knows? From Brinson. If Big Mom got held, Loki and the Giants, would she have had enough military might to be Parker? Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
I mean, she wasn't wrong. Eric, a crew of photo giants destroyed the biggest buster call the Navy ever had.
True.
Alright? That's bona fide right there. The photo level is just too high for the world government to compete. From Rox, from Pyro King. First, praise be to the God King. Second, what a chapter indeed. Any predictions on name attacks from Rox? Based on Divine Departure and say simulators in that pose. Rox attack names probably very pirate themed, you would assume.
Yeah. Like Plundo,
Dark Abyss, Ocean Grave, whatever, you know what I mean? Shit like that, you know what I mean? Fourth in a world where Harold Rock's right hand, how differently does God Valley go? And Harold's there just cleaning house. Again, there's no unity. There's no synergy. They don't give a fuck. So that's where they went wrong. Otherwise, they should have just dominated.
They're all after themselves and work together. They don't care.
Yeah. Chapter J. What is the current chance that Iris Power actually has them covered in shadow? I've been saying this for a while. If Oda's selling merch of this character right now as a silhouette.
It'll be revealed. He's revealed a little bit more this week, Christian.
And will it be revealed at the end of this flashback or at the end of the arc? Surely.
Wow, you'd imagine if Blackbeard confronts Ironmoon, we get a character reveal.
Surely it happens.
What if he does the annoying thing where, like, they walk in a beam of light and it shows their design, and he's, like, pretending
fuck off! You can't do that!
No, he wasn't.
Even though he's been a pure vision the whole time.
Right.
Oh, he was using his devil fruit to conceal his true form. In front of no one for no reason.
This has to be the record for the most silhouetted character of all time.
Yeah. But Reese, if Roger and Rox don't have a Blackblade, shouldn't Mihawk be top 1 all time? See, like, this is the kind of logic that gets people in trouble. You know? That's the kind of logic that gets people in trouble.
At least it's the logic. Like, you can't be halfway, because that literally makes no sense, Christian. You can't be in the middle. Yeah.
Can't be halfway. Alright? Don't be halfway. Alright, that's the message of the show. Don't go halfway.
Right.
Alright. Then that's the show. That's the last question.
Next week we should have some friends on, Christian, to discuss various topics.
Friends. Any hints? To the friends.
A certain legend, Chris. A certain Loki legend, Christian.
Third Loki legend, Eric.
A certain man.
Son of man, indeed. Alright. Shanks is the strongest, Shanks is the